All right, Nonso. Think deep, okay? What is the first song you can recall hearing?
Wow, first song I can recall hearing. I must have been like 3.
Sounds about a good age.
It was a Nigerian song. It's a Nigerian like folk song. I don't know what it means, but it's like I know what it sounds like.
No worries. Where were you at when you heard it?
I was in school. This is
You were 3 in school?
Yeah, like I was in kindergarten.
Okay, like preschool or something like that. Okay, yeah.
I remember like my mom had dropped me off and like she left me and I was crying.
Aww.
So I like tried to like escape from the class and I successfully did. I remember like actually leaving the classroom.
As a 3-year-old?
Yeah.
They couldn't stop you?
No, they couldn't stop me. They couldn't stop me. Like I like crawled out to the classroom and I was almost like completely out to like opposite the class was a music room.
Yeah.
And I went into the music room.
How ironic.
Yeah. And I remember like hearing that song. It's Abe Igi Orombo Inu Ade Sherewa. I don't know what it means, but I remember that song and it made me cry more. Like, like this song sounds so sad. Where's my mom? No. But then they brought me back to class. And I remember the kids like, because there's something they used to do. They used to mock kids that tried to leave. Like,
what?
They would be like,
they humiliated you when you came
cry,
out?
baby. You want to see your mommy? Shame. This is like 3-year-olds like mocking each other.
What kind of school was you at, bro?
This was like we had it tough. So yeah, that was like the first. This is why like I had like a very rocky start with music. Because like every time I encountered music, like it was like, I don't want to hear this right now. I want to watch cartoons. I want to do something else. But like music always just kept on creeping in.
Yeah. You almost escaped right into it. I mean, you did, kind of, sort of. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So when did you realize your appreciation for it though? Because you just talked about how like it was a rocky start. But when were you like, you know what? Maybe I should try to learn how to express myself through this vessel of music.
It started with like a friend bringing like his laptop to school, and he had this software in it called Audacity.
Oh my God, there was an Audacity. I just learned about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use it, but I learned about it through Iniko. They were on the show.
Okay.
It was like 2 episodes ago. But
that's crazy.
Interesting. It's apparently a pretty hard like system to learn.
Honestly, it was kind of easy to just record unless you wanted to do other things. Like you wanted to like mix and stuff. Then it
talking about Reasons, that's what it was. Yeah. Reasons is difficult. Okay, but elaborate. How old were you all?
So in high school, so probably like 12, 13. And he brought his laptop to school and it wasn't allowed. You're not meant to bring like laptops or phones. But he brought his laptop and he had all these like illegally downloaded beats from like
LimeWire or something.
Do you know I Am One Music?
No, was that like a LimeWire?
Yeah, it was like LimeWire, but it had like 50 Cent, Lil Wayne beats, and he like had a lot of beats. So he would like play the beats, and I would try to like freestyle on top of him. I was saying it was so bad. If you listen to it right now, you'd be like, "This sounds terrible."
When did you When did you decide? Who encouraged you to start freestyling?
It's something that I was doing back at home because my sisters were so in love with like R&B music. They were listening to Alicia Keys, Aaliyah, Brandy. So like I would like freestyle their melodies. I would like try to like create a song around what they did, like just in my head, right?
Yeah.
So when this friend brought the computer to school, I tried to like sing on top of it. I tried to rap on top of those beats. And to them, it sounded crazy. To like my mates at the time, it sounded so fire. Like, yo, this is great. And I found the trick is, if you're a new freestyler, the trick is you got to just like, you see, like you got to look around the room, pick someone's name, and just put it in there and everyone's going to go crazy. So let's say there's a Drea in the room. You just be like, yo, blah, 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 I ain't a player. Blah, 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 Drea. Everyone's like, he said Drea. And then just stop. Don't go any further.
I gotta be a player though? I gotta be a player though? Come on, y'all.
Literally, like that was like the trick I always used, but no one figured it out.
Yeah, I like
I would stop after the names. I always stopped. Like, don't go past it.
Don't go past the names. Okay, so find a name.
Yeah.
Figure out where you're gonna place it. How you gonna close it out the punchline.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then drop it.
Yeah. So that was like the start, and then we were an all boys school at the time. So I would like take the exports, the MP3s, and send it to we had a sister school that was right next door. I would send it to like some girls I knew there, and then I like, you know, they talking about me, and they.
Oh, so instead of passing notes, you was passing MP3s.
MP3s at the time. Yeah, it was a huge deal for me because, like, you know, the songs would go around in the girls' school over there, and like it just gave me the motivation I needed. Like, yo, you know, girls are talking about me, and like. You know, I'm the guy out there. So yeah,
they knew about you.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. It was.
Was
really cool.
anyone else doing what you were doing? Passing.
Yeah, there were a couple people. There were like 10 of us in our like set, like an entire set, doing the freestyles, just having fun with music. And I just remember like the feeling. There's a feeling when people appreciate what you're doing. Like this came straight from my mind, and it's out there. And now like everyone's talking about the song, and they feel great about it. Like they want to hear it again. Like, bro, can you play that again? Like that feels amazing. You know? You don't get that in a lot of jobs. Like, you know, you
don't really get that.
Yeah,
you have to go. You get that from your soul. Yeah, for real.
So I think this is why people say like being a musician is a God-given gift, because you have a lot of power in your hands. You could say something that talks about your struggle, and a lot of people, the community, resonate with that. You know, they play that over and over again, and they like, they feel like, yo, I feel what this guy's talking about, what he's going through. Or you could talk about like, you know, the negative stuff, and it's going to inspire negativity too. So it's like, yeah, you got to like pick what you want to do with it. You know, it's a power, really. Yeah.
What have you picked to do with it?
So initially I was using my power. I was trying to be good, using my power for good, but you know, I was using my power to get the girls.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you was using the ladies. I think I picked up on that. Yeah. That's how you started.
Yeah,
That was your fuel from the beginning.
I gotta learn how to harness this energy. You know?
Yeah, but I think, I don't know if you've always been as mysterious as you are now, but like, I think it's something to say about like you having that, but then having this like, you know, I guess product to put out that then really displays who you are, and it's kind of, you know, eye-opening when people hear your music, and like when they meet you, you're very poised and it's like a little bit more soft-spoken than trying to be in the room and be the biggest character, you know? But your music is amazing. It has so much like, I don't want to say rhythmicality, but so much motion in it. And I love to listen to music and like relate it to water. And that's what I think like music coming from the motherland definitely like, you know, instills. But we kind of bridged all the way into like square one a little bit. So I'm just going to bring it back and talk more so about some more of those first moments. Yeah. So or tell me about the first song you wrote, and like even if it was like in middle school, like all the way down to your first pen on paper and your first bars.
So there's two ways to answer this. There's a song, the first song I recorded, and there's the first song I
was going to ask that too. So let's go to the first song you wrote.
Was a song called My Sin. Which it's not what it sounds like.
It's okay if it is now. What was you doing?
It literally, so I don't know if you know the song by Lil Wayne and The Game called My Life.
Yeah.
It literally is the same melody, but changed to My Sin.
Oh. Wait, did you get these beats from that guy's laptop?
This is how much of a ripoff I did of just like taking their melodies. Like I wrote it down. Something, my sin. Like,
yeah. Okay, well, hey, you just said something that like, made me think about something. You said how much of a ripoff I was. I don't think that was ripping anything off. I think a lot of times when you're finding your sound and finding like music, you have to kind of like embody those different like sounds that you're already familiar with. Sure. And then when you're in it, you're like, oh, it feels like this to say that, or it feels like this to be in this melody.
I agree.
And then you can derivate. You know what I mean? You can expand on that and find derivatives of that sound for you. And then you find your sound.
Yeah, 100%. Like I started off like listening to, like I said, R&B, hip hop. And like, that's how I like bridge into Afro R&B, which is what we're doing right now. But without the people that came before me, it wouldn't have been possible at all.
Absolutely not.